people who join us, and that is the applicants, or the newest coaches, Mom and Dad, Jamie and Chuck. Please join me in welcoming Jamie and Chuck. And Cait's partner, Mercedes. Welcome, welcome. And there may be others here too, Cait. I'm sorry if I've forgotten anyone else, but I'm particularly pleased. Jamie and Chuck told me that there's only two people here more excited about this announcement than even the principal herself and our athletic director and the president, and that is her mom and dad, who are pleased to have her back in the community. So what an exciting day. I just want to say a few words, and then I'm going to turn it over to our athletics director. You know, a lot of you who have been around Monmouth know that we are on a mission. And the mission is to integrate excellence and access like no other school like us anywhere in the country. Hear me again, not just integrate excellence and access like no other school in New Jersey or in the Northeast, like any other school like us in the country. It's embedded right into our strategic plan. The thinking here is that everybody talks about in higher ed the integration of excellence and access, and we've actually created a model that we hope at the end of our strategic plan will prove that we are, in fact, a national leader at integrating excellence and access by being the highest ranked institution like us with our access measures. It's a pretty bold statement, if you ask me. One of the ways in which you do that is you have a first-rate athletics program. Excellence by bringing first-rate student athletes here, student athletes that excel on the field of play, in this case on the court, who excel in the classroom, who are great in the community. Excellence. But in the process of doing that, we also achieve our access measures. We bring student athletes from all over, in some cases, the world. We bring highly diverse students here to Monmouth as a result of that. Sometimes we're giving student athletes a shot at a college education. It might be tough for them otherwise to get through athletic scholarshiping. So athletics allows us to be both more excellent and more accessible. And one program that exemplifies that as much as any others is our women's basketball program. I mean, let's be honest. It's one of the high-profile sports that we have here. It's getting increasingly high-profile. Am I right in that this year the final was watched by more people, the women's final was watched by more people than the men's final? Do I have that right? Leave it to our female athletic director to lead that applause. So it's getting higher profile. It's a scholarship team, of course, so that allows us to bring students in irrespective of their financial wherewithal. It perfectly exemplifies as one microcosm of the integration of excellence and access that we're trying to achieve here at Monmouth. So it's a really, really important program for us. So when we had an opening a few weeks ago, our athletic director went to work. And the thinking was, we got something special here at Monmouth. Let's go out and try to build as deep a pool as possible to bring the right person in. And we had no trouble building a deep pool. I mean, I won't kid you. We had no trouble in a short amount of time bringing in really, really qualified candidates for this position. Jen also, in her wisdom, put together a cross-university search committee so that we wouldn't miss an opportunity, as we discussed it, to solidify those relationships with student life, with academic affairs, with financial aid. And then, of course, all over, there was representation of the athletics department. That group worked diligently, quickly, and I would like to argue in the end quite well in identifying the candidate who will become, or I guess already has become, our head women's basketball coach. This group did their work and did it extremely well. I could not be more proud today to welcome the person who will be introduced more formally to you in just a minute, to our Monmouth University community. I am so grateful to that search committee that was convened to work with Jen on this. I'm incredibly grateful for the coaches that I see in this room today who were helpful in the search, not only in helping to vet candidates, but I hope in helping to convince Cait that this is a place where she could succeed. I always say coaches are a special kind of educator, and that is really true here at Monmouth. So I want to thank the coaches who are here. I want to thank the staff members in athletics who are here, many of whom are what we consider to be the unsung heroes in our athletics program. And I also want to welcome and thank the student athletes who are here, who were involved in the search. A little bit, I think, unconventional for Division I college athletics that we would engage our student athletes the way that we did. They are the superstars in our athletics program, and I want to thank them for their involvement in this search. I also, if I may quickly, there are some really significant donors to athletics that are here. I won't try to name them all, but I thank them. I saw a couple of our board members who are here. I'm incredibly grateful for the ways in which they support not only athletics here at Monmouth, but everything that we try to do at the university. This is a great day, in my opinion, for women's basketball. It is a great day for Monmouth University athletics, and it is a great day for Monmouth University in general. So I thank you all for being here. I'd like to introduce to you now, for the formal introduction of our next head women's basketball coach, our athletic director. She was named, as you know, to the position just, I don't know, a few months ago or weeks ago. I don't even remember now. But only weeks after being named the permanent athletic director, she gets handed one of the most important decisions that an athletic director can make. That is naming a head coach in one of your athletic programs. So I think you'll find that Jen did this work extremely well. So I'd like to ask you to join me in welcoming our athletics director, Jen Sansevero, to the podium.
A little shorter than you. Good afternoon, everyone. As Coach Rick Callahan likes to say, it's a great day to be a Hawk. I am so proud to stand up here today, as this is a significant event in Monmouth athletics history, like Gary mentioned earlier. Thank you all so much for joining us here today as we welcome the 10th head women's basketball coach in Monmouth's history. I'm so excited to welcome Cait, her family, and friends to the Hawk family officially. Women's basketball at the Shore has always had an important part in this community. There is great history of competitive excellence here at Monmouth. And throughout this process, and at the conclusion of it, I am confident that we have found a tremendous leader and an awesome coach for our women's basketball team. Cait Wetmore is going to take what has previously been accomplished, build on it, and take our program to new heights. I have full confidence that she will continue the tradition of excellence and winning here at Monmouth. Before I get started officially, I wanted to say a couple thank yous as well. I would like to thank a number of individuals who took part in the process of finding our new head women's basketball coach, It truly took a collaborative effort across the entire university to make this happen, especially so quickly. Thank you to the team. I know there's been some angst and high emotion in the unknown and throughout this process. I thank you for having trust in me to do what's best for the program, for your patience and willingness to stay invested in Monmouth. We would not be here if it wasn't for you. I'm so proud of you, and I love y'all. Thank you, Dr. Leahy. You spent time with each of our finalists, 5 across 5 days here at Monmouth. And I want you to know that your leadership and ability to establish and communicate your vision for Monmouth is contagious and definitely led to us securing our top candidate. You're the best closer around. Thank you to the search committee and community here at Monmouth. We moved intentionally and expeditiously to vet and select the next head coach. This process and commitment for us to move with such pace has been amazing to see this community gather around and come together. A special thank you to our human resource offices, the Office of General Counsel, Financial Aid, Student Affairs, and Academic Affairs. Your support, perspective, and resources are greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you to Christina Diaz, our SWA and Senior Associate AD and Sport Administrator for women's basketball. This search consumed us, and you were vigilant, organized, and dedicated to finding the best coach and fit for Monmouth women's basketball. Your perspective and commitment don't go unnoticed, and your support of me means more than you know. So let's talk about that search process. Monmouth's goal was to run a national search for our head next women's basketball coach in an urgent, thoughtful, and efficient way. With all that is happening in college athletics right now, the transfer portal, and all of the roster adjustments and coaching changes, we wanted to move with pace through this process. As Dr. Leahy said, this was a coveted job, which created an outpouring of interest from people across the country due to the reputation of Monmouth University and the history and recent success of Monmouth women's basketball. There is great ability to recruit to the shore, and Monmouth is well positioned to continue to compete for CAA championships and NCAA access. I have full confidence that Cait Wetmore is the right person to continue this tradition. Between the women's basketball team and the search committee, we discussed what we needed in the next head coach. We came together for a profile, which I think in my time as an administrator is one of the most important things you can do in a search process. We came up with the 3 things. Number 1, above all things, be a good human. Number 2, be a proven winner. Come from programs that win, have a history of winning, and know how to win. Be a winner. And number 3, be a tireless recruiter and recruit to Monmouth and have the ability to recruit to the shore and continue the tradition of success here at Monmouth. In our process, the committee screened over 50 candidates. Then we scheduled calls with 25 of them, and then eventually brought 5 to campus in 5 days. As a committee, we worked through the process, and we had our top candidate emerge. And I am so proud to say we have found a tremendous leader in Cait Wetmore. Why is Cait the best for Monmouth right now? She is poised. She has a proven record of success. Her passion, thoughtfulness, and dedication to the development of young people are all qualities we were looking for and have all been vetted in Cait. Academic support is a focus and paramount here at Monmouth, and Cait has a background in managing the academics of the teams she's been associated with, and all of them have been extremely successful. She herself has a master's degree in clinical psychology from Columbia University. She is committed to doing things the right way and supporting our student athletes both on the court and in the classroom. We looked for candidates who have worked for or played for great mentors and leaders. And Coach Cara Consuegra, hope I said that right, is one of the best in the business in women's basketball. We are excited for her as she embarks on her new journey as the new head coach at Marquette University. Cait has a great foundation and has had a number of high-level coaches and programs as mentors and leaders. She is invested in the players she leads. She's a connector with passion and love for developing them as people so that they may leave the institutions they spend time at armed with a degree and skill set that will serve them for the rest of their lives. She is living a life of purpose, her life's work, and I'm so excited to continue to build this with her. Cait is a high-character individual who brings a strong value system to Monmouth. With Cait Wetmore, Monmouth will continue its upward trajectory and meet its goals of competing for CAA championships. I'm excited for our future. But now, Cait, it's time to get to work. You have already hit the ground running, looking to solidify our roster and already supporting our student athletes in the name, image, and likeness space. You are a tireless worker, and you will set the course for a new era of Monmouth women's basketball. It's an honor to welcome you home to New Jersey and, of course, to the shore. Without further ado, I am so proud to introduce our next head coach, Cait Wetmore.
Wow, thank you, Jen. I am extremely honored to be chosen to lead the women's basketball program here at Monmouth University. This is a tremendous institution, top-notch education, wonderful support for athletics, a talented group of very dynamic young women that I can't wait to get to know. And of course, you got the beach right down the street. Monmouth is the full package, and it's such a privilege, to be here. I want to thank President Leahy, the search committee, Senior Associate AD and SWA, Christina Diaz, as well as the entire athletic department for this opportunity. I especially want to recognize Athletic Director Jen Sanzavero. Jen knew me when I was fresh to Division I coaching. Very, very green. She gave me a lot of grace. Just happy to be there when I began my career 10 years ago at UNC Greensboro. We've reconnected through this process, and I've just been so taken by Jen's energy and enthusiasm towards Monmouth athletics. Throughout my interview process, and they did put me through the gauntlet, you can see my voice hasn't quite recovered yet, so you can blame them for that. But the common theme amongst everybody that I met with was that President Leahy and Jen are leading this department to new heights. There's a lot of energy, support, resources being poured into Monmouth athletics and the women's basketball program. I could feel the momentum, and I could see Jen's passion and her vision. I'm deeply grateful for her belief and her confidence in me to serve as the next head coach here. I'd also like to thank my loved ones, my circle, for their unconditional support throughout my coaching journey, and it has been a journey. I began my career at a Division II school in New York, Adelphi University, and while I was there, Hurricane Sandy came and wiped out my apartment. So I slept in my car because I just didn't want to miss practice. I didn't want to miss any games. I didn't want to miss any work. I was just happy to be there. It was me, my little Honda Civic, making pennies. Okay, I didn't even mind that I was, reclining and sleeping in the passenger seat there. But for me, that really solidified my love for coaching and how much I was willing to sacrifice for something that I loved. In my 2 years there, we went from the bottom of the conference to a nationally ranked program, an NCAA program. After that, I spent 10 years in the South. But I enjoyed a great stint at UNC Greensboro, where, again, we went from the bottom of the conference to winning a regular season championship. I went on to my most recent stop at UNC Charlotte, where we won a regular season championship and the conference tournament. I've had the privilege to work under some great coaches. So I want to thank Trina Patterson at UNC Greensboro, Kara Consuegra at Charlotte, who afforded me the opportunity to serve as their associate head coach and prepare me for this opportunity. I've competed for championships at every stop of my coaching career, and Monmouth will be no different. We will commit to playing together and for each other. We will play fast, we will score in transition, and we will be intentional about sharing the ball. It is our job as coaches to teach them the game, to teach them reads, and to increase their basketball IQ. But equally, it's our job as coaches to instill confidence in them so they can go out there and just play. We want them to play freely and with unwavering belief in themselves. Fast, free, confidently. We will frustrate teams defensively and generate offense from our defense, making us a fun system to play in and a fun system to watch. We're committed to building our fan base. There's an enormous buzz right now around women's basketball nationally, and we really want that to trickle down to what we have going on here at Monmouth. This is a great place with great people and great players, and we want to highlight these young athletes. We will need the support of the community as we navigate the NIL space to remain competitive. I truly believe there's a lot to invest in here. We plan to make Monmouth proud with the product that we put out on the floor, how hard we work in the classroom, and our commitment to our community. What makes me the most proud as a coach is watching these young women evolve and mentoring them through that process. College basketball shouldn't be a transactional experience. It should be a transformative one. I promise to pour myself into this program and into these players. When you watch them play on the court and when you watch them graduate, you will see capable, confident, resilient young women who don't back down for anything. I believe we foster this by allowing them to be who they are, letting them feel seen as people, letting them feel heard, and instilling self-confidence, creating an environment where they're both loved and held accountable. I believe if we invest in one another, we can grow together. Transitions are always challenging, but I'm prepared for this moment. I'm all in, and you'll get everything that I have to give. Coaching women's basketball is impactful, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. Leading this program is a true privilege, and I can't wait to get started. Thank you again to the athletic department, to Jen and President Leahy for bringing me back home to New Jersey. I'm thrilled for this opportunity to coach this team and immerse myself in the community again. Thank you.
I want to again thank everyone for coming today. This was an excellent event, and we appreciate you. We ask all media to meet us up here in the front. Everyone else, we ask that you please join us in the back for coffee and refreshments. Thank you so much, everyone.